Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, so today I'm going to give you a walkthrough on the different camera settings for the Samsung Galaxy camera. So I'm going to go over all of them with you today, and we'll just start with the basic settings that you can do on auto. Then we'll go through the preset setting, what are called the smart settings, then the expert settings, and then of course the video settings. So first of all, on auto, the mode would be at the top right here, and you of course have your camera taking mode, and then your video taking mode right there. So how to take a photo is of course pushing either the photo button icon right there, or clicking the shutter button as so. The zoom is at the top, and you can zoom in and zoom out as so. On the left and bottom we have two arrows showing that we have menus that we can explore. So on the bottom one we have a variety of filters. So you have things like sepia for that old time look, black and white. Oops. You have old photo, just basically a lot of different ones. I like some of these at the end as well, like the comic style. I think it's really cool, especially when you take a photo of a person. I think it looks really nice, and impressionist as well. So a lot of different filters you can use. And then we'll just go with no effect. So we have a lot of different filters, and over here we have a wide variety of different settings that you can use. So the first one, the first one is the voice activation. So you can turn that on or off. And as you can see, you have a large variety of things you can do with your voice, from even such as zoom in and zoom out. You can say gallery to go to gallery. You can say record video. You can say timer. So a lot of different things you're able to do, which is really nice. Even change to a mode like beauty face, and just it'll change that mode. So I like this a lot. A lot of nice features you can do. I like the zoom in and zoom out, so that way I can just leave this on a tripod and then do one of these effects. So it's really nice. The next thing you have is the flash on and off. Now, as you notice, basically your flash button is right here. So you cannot actually use the flash without pushing that button first. And then, as you see, as soon as I did that, it allowed me to go from automatic to off. If I close this, it'll immediately go to off. So just another important feature. You do have a timer right here, which you can do to 2 seconds, 5 seconds, and off. Next icon is for video. I do like the full HD. You can see the regular HD is 720p, full HD is 1080, and you have slow motion and sharing, so different kind of video modes. And then just your quick sharing features, which let me just explain. Share shot is for basically just for, So share shot will immediately look for someone else to share your photos through Wi-Fi Direct. Buddy photo share will look for a person's face to automatically send it to them. So once you start tagging your friends on here, as soon as it takes a photo of their face, then it's going to be ready to, like, oh, you want me to share it with them? And then chat on photo is a really nice one as well. Anyone that has a chat on device can automatically get the photos that you take from here. So chat on is an instant messenger service that Samsung provides, and they provide it on all platforms. It is available on Windows, iOS, Android, and BlackBerry. So it's really nice that it's available on all platforms, and just a really nice way to share over 4G with someone and right away. So that's nice. And then, of course, at the end right here, you do have a settings section, which this goes over how big your photos are and if you want it 4:3 or 16:9, and how many megapixels they are. So right now it's on 5 megapixels. You can have it on 16, which will obviously be a lot bigger quality. You can also have it on wide screen, so it takes up the whole screen. That's 16:9 ratio. So depending on what you like to use. I personally like probably the 16:9 the best. 3:2 is okay as well, and 4:3 is traditional, but I feel it's being a bit outdated, so I would at least go for 3:2. You have flash timer and detection display. For sharing, of course, the modes I've already gone over, and then of course the general. So you can have the shutter sound be loud or low. I usually like low. The beeps to be on, the descriptions to be on. Display, if you want it to be auto, dark, or bright. Review, if you want to review your photos for 2 seconds afterward or just to be on automatically. Date and time imprint, geotagging for GPS tag, and those are going to be your basic settings. So that was automatic mode. Now when we go to smart settings, we have a couple of different ones. Macro, as you can see, it takes for up close pictures. Action freeze is going to be for those quick photos, so if you're ever taking sports or anything like that, this is what you would want to use. Rich tone definitely makes a lot stronger colors, and probably best when you're using a low light. Really good for low light photos. I've done this many times, and it's very similar to the low light mode in the Note 2 and the 4.1 update on the Galaxy S3. Panorama shot, of course, we're all well knowing of it, just a swipe shot all the way around. Waterfall, which basically makes it seem like the water is all blended in together. As it says, you only really want to use this with a tripod, or else you'll get a blurry shot. Silhouette, just kind of like a blackens the pupil itself and focuses more on the outside. Sunset, really good for sunsets or sunrises. Night shots, really good for low light without the flash as well. I would go between this and rich tone. I do like rich tone a little bit better than night, but it's up to you. Traditional photographers will like the night. I think those people that upload to Facebook a lot and everything like that will like the rich tone. So it's depending. Rich tone will give you unrealistic colors, though, so that's where you would want to go with night, and that's why I said photographers would like that better. Fireworks, pretty self-explanatory for fireworks. Oops, I went into the expert mode. Sorry, guys. So, light trace. Light trace isn't for most people. It's basically a photographer thing where you can actually blend in different lights together, and so it gives you a nice cool effect, and it gives you like a light, a straight light. So basically, as they showed in the commercial, with this mode, if you have it so you have like a fireworks sparkler, you can actually make a heart, and it'll actually have the heart at the end of the photo. So it takes all light movement. Beauty face, of course, basically makes your skin look perfect. So wrinkles, blemishes, acne, all that stuff gone. I've even had this on the Note 2, and it took away a guy's scar that he had on his face. So it's pretty good. Best photo takes 8 different shots, and it keeps the best one. Continuous shot just takes a lot of shots, rapid fire, 4 per second, as it says, so pretty dang fast. Best faces, perfects group shots basically. So this will take 5 photos simultaneously, and a person could even move. And basically you can pick a different face. This perfects group shots. So the nice part about this is if you have a person that blinks, you can then take the picture of them not blinking. If you have half the guys in the group being serious and half the guys smiling at some photos, then you can do the opposite. And of course, if you have a bunch of homegirls around and they don't like themselves in this picture, and another one doesn't like themselves in this picture, now they can all pick their own personal best photo and blend it all together. And that is best faces. Landscape, self-explanatory again for landscape, shots, and we're back to macro. So now on expert mode, you can do some of the differences here. So you have your manual shot, which you can just shutter. Sorry, let me just go a little bit about them. Shutter, focal, f-stop, which is your aperture, and then of course your ISO. And the current setting I'm in, I can't do EV, which is the middle one. Each of these settings tell you a little bit about it, but this really is for photographers that already know these kind of settings. So I'm just going to quickly go through which ones are available. You have manual, program, aperture priority, and shutter priority. So those are a lot of the ones that we love, so all these are available on this device. And then finally, we have the video taking mode. So let me go over that one. And when you shoot a video, oh, I have it on the timer. Okay, so when you shoot a video, it's pretty self-explanatory. You are at 1080p. It tells you how much time you have left and how much time you are. You can take a photo while doing a video, and you can also pause it. Sorry. Pausing is really neat because it will stay as one file. So even though this is 18 seconds so far, as soon as I start it again, this will still be all one file, which is really nice because if you're doing like, say, like a Pee-wee game or anything like that, and there's an intermission, or between innings or between quarters or whichever kind of field game you're playing, you can actually skip the middle part and have it all be one file, which is pretty nice. And pausing it will just keep it all one file, and then stopping will end that one file. So that's how you would use that. And in terms of expert mode, you also have the control over the camcorder. So if we want to go to change different settings on the camcorder, we go to expert mode and then camcorder. And then we have control over the EV within the camcorder itself. And we can program that. We can also do, of course, the effects during the camcorder itself. And you can change the white balance in your camcorder. You can change the metering. You can have anti-shake on or off. And you can have quiet zoom enabled, which is kind of nice. So you don't really hear the camcorder as it zooms in. And that's all the main stuff that you can do for the camcorder, which is nice. Of course, you can do multiple spot or center weighted videos, and of course you can go to the different video quality. Again, I like the full 1080p, but whichever one you want to do, you have the access to. Alright guys, well that has been a walkthrough on all of the different features and settings for the Galaxy camera, for the Galaxy Camera's camera. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.